Hi everyone, my name is Mary and welcome back to Quinn Inc. Today is Saturday Granny and we are going to be making the fan granny. This is what it looks like. It's very beautiful. It's very easy to make. It takes no time at all. And the reason why it's called the fan granny is because we are going to do the fan stitch, as you see right here in the very middle. And okay, yeah, let's get started. Don't forget to scroll down, hit that like button, and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials such as this and others I will do in the future. All right, so let's get started with the fan granny. Alrighty, so the tools that you're going to need for the fan granny are going to be a pair of scissors, a darning needle with a large eye hole so you can sew in all your strings, a crochet hook. This one is going to be an H8 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. If you want your granny square bigger, just use a bigger hook. If you want it smaller, use a smaller hook. Now the yarn that we're going to be using, I've had this one. This one I believe is called Pixel, and it is in the multi-colors of this dark blue, this teal green, and light pink, and a little bit darker pink, and then this darker blue. So we're going to be using this. I think it's called Pixel or Pixie. I can't remember. I know this is by Red Heart, I believe. I've had it for a while, maybe at least about 5 years. So let's get started with the tutorial. Alrighty, so in order to start your fan granny, we are going to make a foundation single crochet of 19. So you're going to make a slip knot, put your hook, wrap your yarn around your two fingers like this, making a loop. Put your yarn behind the loop, put your crochet hook under and over like this, and pull tight. And I'm going to tighten it just a little bit. And so in order to do a foundation single crochet, now you don't have to do the foundation single crochet. You can just do the chain stitches. Okay, so you're going to yarn over and pull through, making one loop. We're going to make 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through. Once you have your 2 loops, you're going to go back into that very first loop, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through that first loop to make a chain, yarn over and pull through both loops to make that single crochet. Then you'll go back under those 2 bars right there, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over to chain 1, and yarn over to pull through all 2 to finish off that single crochet. You'll make 19 of these. Once you have 19, I will meet you back in just a moment. Okay, when you have your 19 foundation single crochets, remember you're always working on the bottom, and we are starting with the dark blue, then I will change to the pink. You will flip your work upwards, okay, and this will be row number 2. So this is going to be a 2-row repeat, so you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3. Okay, so this is row number 2. You're going to chain 1 and put 3 double crochets all into that stitch. Here comes Sonia. So yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 1. That's 2, and this one is 3. And this is how we do the fan stitch. Okay, so you're going to skip 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch you're going to put 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, excuse me, apologies. Don't do 5 double crochets just yet. So you will skip 2 stitches and into the 3rd stitch do a single crochet. skip 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch you'll do 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 stitches, into the 3rd stitch put a single crochet. So you'll go into your stitch, grab your working yarn, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Skip 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch you're going to put 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 2 stitches, into the 3rd you'll put a single crochet. Now we are nearing the end. You should have 3 stitches left over. That means you're going to skip 2, and into that 3rd stitch we're going to put 3 double crochets, just like we did in the very beginning of the row. 2 and 3. Okay, and so technically that's row number 1, but it's technically row number 2 because row number 1 was the foundation single crochet. Okay, so now we'll move on to row number 3. Okay, so now we're moving on to row number 3. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, and into that very first double crochet you'll put a single crochet. Okay, and into that single crochet right there you're going to put 5 double crochets. So 1, oh, let me grab some more yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now you have the cluster of the 5. In the very middle you'll put a single crochet. So pretty much you'll be skipping 2 stitches, and into that 3rd stitch you'll put your single crochet. Okay, and into the single crochet you'll put 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then again in the cluster of 5 you'll do the middle one right there. You'll put a single crochet into the top of that double crochet from the previous round. So that's pretty much what it'll look like. And then in that single crochet, the very last one, we're going to put 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, Sonia was sitting on my yarn, so it started pulling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then you're at the very end and at the top of the very last double crochet. So 1, 2, and at the very top of this one you'll put a single crochet. Okay, so at this point that's what it looks like. So pretty much you're going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 over and over again. So for the next row you'll repeat row number 2. Okay, so I am going to change colors now. So we're going to grab our scissors, snip our yarn over and pull through, and this time I'm going to use the pink of my pixie yarn ball. Okay, so I'm going to use this color right here, which is the darker pink, because you have the lighter one and the darker one. I want the darker one. Okay. So I'm just going to turn my work, and I'm just going to tie on my pink yarn just like this. And I'm going to do 2 rows of pink and 2 rows of blue. Okay. And so to start this row, you'll just pull your loop through, chain 1, put 3 double crochets into that single crochet from the previous round. You'll skip 2 stitches, and into the third you'll put a single crochet, just like I said, and into that single crochet from the previous round, right into there, you'll just put 5 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat row number 2 for row number 4, and I'm going to do that for 10 rows, and I will be back once I have 10 rows of this, and then we will finish off our fan granny. Alrighty, so I am back, and this is what the 10 rows look like. It's actually 11 with this single crochet down here at the bottom, the single crochet foundation. So I just have to put a single crochet in the top of this last double crochet on the end. Okay, so now that those rows are done, this is what your fan granny will look like. Should be really pretty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to do a single crochet just like we did at the very bottom right here with the foundation row. So you'll just put 1 single crochet into every single stitch all the way across, just like this. I'm just going straight into the actual stitches. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change to the pink because I want to have a pink border. So when you get to this point right here, you'll put a single crochet right into here. So that way it'll be for that double crochet, and you'll put a single crochet into here, and then a single crochet right into here. And I will meet you at the other end in just a few moments. Alrighty, so I'm at the other end, and I just need to put 1 single crochet right into this very last single crochet. And then there we go, the top is the same as the bottom. Now we're going to grab our scissors, and we're just going to cut off the blue, yarn over and pull through. We're now going to grab our pink yarn, and we are going to start making the border that's going to go around the granny square. So put your hook back into your stitch, grab your yarn and pull through, and then I'm just going to tie on. Okay, and all I'm going to do is a single crochet border. So put your hook back into your stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, and chain 1. We're going to put 2 single crochets all into that stitch. So when I come back around, I can have 3 single crochets to turn the corner. And then I'm just going to put 1 single crochet into every single stitch until I get to the other side. I will meet you on the other side over here once I'm done. Alrighty, so I made it to the other side. We're going to put 3 single crochets all into that single crochet on the end. So 1, 2, and 3. That'll help us turn that corner right there. So now we have a corner stitch. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 single crochet into the side here, wherever I can find a spacing. I'm just going to put 1 single crochet into there. So something like this, I would just pull apart, or you can pull the actual stitch apart and make a spacing just like that. So 1 single crochet until you get down to the bottom. And so I will meet you at the very bottom in just a moment. So the best thing I normally do is I just look for spacings. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking for little spacings, or I make a little spacing like that one right there. And that way I just put one single crochet into every single stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you down at the bottom. Alrighty, so I made it down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to put a single crochet into this spacing, and then down into this spacing right here that you see, I'm just going to put 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we're working on the bottom of the granny square, and just go right into every single stitch all the way across. And you can go in between the stitches, like right here, like where my finger is, if you want to, or if you don't want to see those lines or that string right there, you can actually go right underneath like this, so it looks a little cleaner, kind of like I'm doing right there. So it looks a little cleaner without those lines. So just go right into that spacing right there and single crochet right into it. Alright, so I will meet you at the other end in just a moment. Alrighty, so I made it to the other side, and I've got that big spacing, so I'm going to put 3 single crochets right into that spacing. Oh, split my yarn. 2 and 3. I'm going to turn my work, and now I'm going to work into the side, and I'm just going to find little spacings wherever I can into the side of my work. 1 single crochet into each of the spacings. So 1 right there, 1 right there. Okay, and I will meet you down at the other side in just a few moments. Alrighty, so I made it down to the very bottom or other side. 1 more single crochet and 1 single crochet into there. That'll make it 3 single crochets. Slip stitch into that very first stitch from the beginning of the round. So you'll go into your stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, and so at this point, whoop, this is what your fan granny looks like so far. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to do 2 more rounds of this single crochet. So I'm just going to chain 1, go back into that stitch for a single crochet. You don't need to put 3 single crochets, you just go into every single stitch all the way around your granny square. I'm going to do this for 2 rounds, and then I will be back shortly and show you what the 2 rounds look like. Okay, I will be back in just a few moments. Alrighty, so we are back, and we have 1 more single crochet. Excuse me, 1 more single crochet right here to put into the stitch. Yeah, right there. 1 more single crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch, and then we're going to take a look at it. So this is what it looks like so far. If you don't want that many rows for your granny square, you don't have to make that many rows. You can just make 1 row or 2 rows. I thought the 3 rows looked really good. So that is what the fan granny looks like. I think it looks really beautiful and very pretty. And now we're going to take our scissors. We're going to cut, yarn over, and pull through and pull through. Alrighty everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more tutorials such as this and others I will do in the future. And until next time everyone, you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.